Hello viewers, it's Super GT here once again with Stock Car Challenge number 5,082,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 or something along those lines. I've just not kept track of the number I'm on, so regardless of that, we are driving the Nissan GTR Skyline in and around all of these people who seem intent on smashing each other off, and again, more smoke up ahead. That's an MX-5 into an S2000 and the Corvette making contact with each other. That's given me a safe passage through into 9th and then 8th as Espion there just rejoins the circuit. Now I am a complete noob at this game, as this action here proves, just braking way too late, collecting Espion and the S2000. Probably one of the worst things I've done in a while, and we're just going to rejoin the circuit in 11th place. So not losing too many positions actually. The guys behind me not able to capitalise. Nissan into the wall there. So I'm into the top 10. As we round out lap number 1 of 5. So we've got 4 laps left to go. Let's see what we can do about catching up with that Honda S2000 up ahead. Looking back, there was a massive group of cars. Maybe 5 or 6, all within very close proximity to one another. So those guys are probably more worried about each other rather than myself about trying to gain on me. So let's see what we can do now, as we have closed right up to the back of the S2000. He's going to go in for a very narrow entry to this one. And that's going to give me a chance into this corner. Hopefully I can brake a little bit earlier and not go into the wall. He has braked very early. I'm up the inside into 8th, just going to block him off on the exit, and there we go. That's a decent move. He did brake very early, not sure why, but then I'm going to just cover the inside line there to make sure he doesn't go back up the inside, and that's a job well done. He is forced to giving me a turbo boost as we then come downhill into the final turn, and we're going to hook up nicely there. This car does actually have decent handling. They're not the main straight here. He has the entire circuit with which to overtake me, but he just chooses to ram me off. So okay, you know, fair enough. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, because I'm just going to come straight back past him with what looked like an absolutely awful braking point and racing line from him. So I'm going to quite easily regain my 8th place. So not quite 6th, but this is a stock car, let's not forget. So I'm still beating about 10 people in this race, which isn't bad going. And then just taking that curb a little bit too much did throw you off. If you collect that curb with your left hand wheels, it does throw you wide a bit, so you don't want to take too much there. Through this one, taking just about the right amount of curb, and we're going to just complete the race then, coming through to finish 8th. So not a bad result for the first race in this car. And as you can see there, this livery, Bus Driver DH, some of you may know he was a YouTuber who made Forza videos. He kind of just stopped making videos, just disappeared off the face of the earth maybe a couple of months ago or a bit more. And there's someone else who used to make Forza videos, Custom Map Cinema. So there are a couple of guys who have been part of this community and then just completely disappeared. So if there are any other YouTubers who used to watch who have just disappeared, I want to know about them, because for a while I disappeared. But then here we have Brands Hatch and, well, the Pacific Ocean also around the first corner. Let's see if we can try and get around that large obstacle, shall we say. The Evo here is just going to muscle his way through and onto the inside in front of the GT86, and then coming through the first corner. It's not going to be the puddle that's going to be the problem, it's going to be the other drivers, of course. So the MX-5 there just giving me a bump onto the gravel. I lose a couple of positions, go down to 12th. A couple of guys behind there having a bit of trouble with the big puddle, or ocean, depending on, well, it is an ocean, let's just call it an ocean. And they're coming back downhill through the gravity defying puddle, which never seems to move. Around the outside of a Subaru, he's just going to force me out slightly onto the gravel, but you don't really lose too much time on that gravel actually. Through the final turn of this short Brands Hatch Indy circuit, we have a Lotus on our inside, so just going to give him the space. He's going to have to watch out for that puddle on the inside. And then coming into the first corner, it's the MX-5 just ahead of us there who rammed us off on the first lap. And well, that is karma for you right there. He's just going to drive straight off, and then I gain a position out of that. And then looking ahead there, just scanning the circuit ahead, couple of guys. Whoa, what the hell happened there? That Subaru, I'm not sure what he hit, but he just suddenly did a weird little 360 jig and lost, well, a lot of time. We'll maybe see if he comes back at me after that. And then moving to the end of lap number 2, so we cross the line now onto lap 3. We have a Lancer on our outside. I'm looking up the inside, but I'm not really thinking about going back past. Contact up ahead, 2 guys off, another 2 positions gained, up into 6th place, as you probably expect. And then at the top of the hill, just taking a nice tight line, that guy trying to find a space, but there is no way through there, not at all, just covering him off. He doesn't have a chance. And then a little bit wide there. This is going to give him the chance in the Subaru, the one who did that weird little 360 dance. He comes back through. I go back down into 7th. Last couple of corners here. This one, or these 2 corners here, are pretty tricky. And then the Lancer goes off. This track is actually very strange because there's no actual real straights around here, around this Indy circuit, apart from maybe in the middle of the track after the gravity-defying puddle that I am on now. This straight here, oh, I've just gone past it. That's probably the only real straight, because the main straight is actually very bent. And then my driving's actually very bent as well, as I just clipped the grass, got a little bit too eager to set a good lap time, go off a little bit wide. Back marker here, going to rejoin and go completely across the track, which is a big no-no. I managed to go around him though. And then we're going to cross the line to finish 7th. So again, not a bad result, going one better than Lime Rock. Let's see if we can get our 6th place then. If we go 8th, 7th and then 6th. So off the line we go. Road America this time. Off the line. This car has got a very good launch, I must say. And then going up into 4th initially. And then looking back there, all I'm seeing is just scenes of pure despair, devastation and death. And not much else. But then as we scan ahead, it's actually a very different scene. Many cars here just actually getting through the first 2 corners fairly alright, and again through the second turn not much contact to report, and that's actually quite rare around Road America. I think, in my opinion, Road America's is one of the worst, especially given that it's quite a simple kind of first 2 corners. It's not particularly sharp. I think the only thing that counts against Road America is that it's very narrow, and that's the thing that people seem to get stuck on. The fact that there's not much room to overtake on the start, especially if you have a very quick car in a straight line. That guy behind me there completely hashing up the braking zone, quite the opposite to me. This car does have very good brakes, I must say, and if I were to tune it up, I think I would need more power actually. I think that's the one thing. It seems to handle very well, it's like it's on rails. The brakes are very good, it's just the power down the straights where I'm missing out. The Lamborghini there and the BMW make contact. I think the Lamborghini turned in there, wasn't quite sure there was someone on his inside. But then look at that, I find myself in 6th place once again. So can we keep it from here to the end, into this braking zone? Having to lock up actually, that guy braked fairly early, or it kind of just shows you how good the brakes are on this car. Later on though, the Lamborghini did reel me back in and go back past. As you can see there, the speed difference is massive. And then at the end of the race, he built up a decent margin, but then went wide on the final turn, which gives me a shot at getting past into 6th place. But then he has regained his composure here. He is going to be able to just steal that position off me. My dream position, unless I can use some nitrous oxide as if I'm Paul Walker, but not quite on this occasion. So crossing the line in 7th. So not bad results actually for this car in stock form. So please do suggest more for me to do for this stock car challenge. So let me know about those YouTubers as well, anyone who used to watch who just completely disappeared off the face of the earth. And that will be all for me today guys. Subscribe if you're new and you'd like to see more. Hit the like button if you did enjoy the video, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.